Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolessence. Welcome back to another video. We have another Jacques Fath fragrance. I know I've reviewed one on my channel before. I was holding out on reviewing this one because I think it's perfect for the colder weather. This one is called Tempete d'automne. The name translates to Autumn Storm. Came out in 2018, composition by Cécile Zarokian. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on it, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin my fragrance review of Tempete d'automne by Jacques Fath, and I tell you all about this fragrance, the notes, what it smells like, the longevity that I get from it, any other comparisons, so on and so forth, I do want to mention that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. Make sure to enable all notifications by clicking on the bell icon. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you like this type of content. So once again, this fragrance has been out for a few years now. It came out back in 2018, composed by Cécile Zarokian, who has done fragrances for Amouage, and she's done Tango by Masque Milano, Ani by Nichane. She's a super talented, super accomplished perfumer, and here we have a fragrance that I love wearing this time of the year. It has cinnamon, milk, sandalwood. There's an ambery quality about it. There's orange, citrus, coriander. It's on the spicy side of things as well, and it also has leather in the base. So it seems to go in a few different directions, at times floral and citrusy and spicy and leathery. Well, in any case, I'm excited to break this down, and I'm excited to give you my thoughts in regards to the smell. Let's take a quick look at the presentation. So right in the opening of this fragrance, you are going to get this quality about it that is lactonic, yet spicy and citrusy at the same time. So there is this milk accord working its way in the base, and it's such a unique accord that you could find in any fragrance, but it's so rare. And whenever I do smell a milk accord in fragrances, like there's a fragrance by Fueguia called Quilombo, it's so unique and it's so different, and it enhances the personality of the fragrance in such an awesome and significant way. Now in this fragrance, you have this warming sensation of the cinnamon alongside with the milk that kind of gives it the impression of like a chai latte. And it also has a coriander, so it is multifaceted in terms of that spicy heart, but you're also going to get that orangey, bright bergamot, citrusy opening. And the citrus in here, truth be told, it's not long-lived, right? So it is going to linger for about 20-30 minutes before it dies out. But then you have this combination of like an orange blossom, orangey, citrusy, spicy, warm, ambery fragrance. And that's predominantly what you're going to get with it being carried well into the base. And so it's kind of anchored by that amber. There's a resinous / balsamic component to it as well, because you know amber is a combination of vanilla and resins. So there's a little bit of benzoin in here. I get a bit of a sweetness from it. I'm thinking it's mostly coming from the vanilla, although there might be a little bit of labdanum in here as well. And then you have this leathery component, which I think is still an extension of the spice from the heart, although there's nothing like saffron mentioned in this fragrance, at least not that I saw, right? I may have missed it, but here what you're gonna get is a fragrance that opens up very bright, cheerful, with this equally spicy and milky component to it. And then that bright, cheerful quality starts to dissipate, and it starts to get a little bit darker, but it never loses that cozy sensation, which is something about this fragrance that I truly love. It really envelops you and covers you like a warm blanket, and it allows you to enjoy the cold weather knowing that you are decorated or you are covered by this warm, spicy retreat of a fragrance. And that's what I love so much about this fragrance. Now, the name is Tempete d'automne, which means autumn storm. It seems less of a storm and more like you are indoors while a storm is happening, right? You sought the shelter and you're in a safe place and you're well guarded. That's kind of the impression that I get from this one. I personally really love the spiciness, the sweetness, and the warmth of this fragrance. Such a cozy fragrance by Jacques Fath, and just goes to show you that this fragrance has, or this company has, fragrances of really high quality and really impressive uniqueness. So I certainly look forward to reviewing more for my audience, hopefully some soon, because there are some other fragrances from the brand. I'm looking at one right now, Velours Boisé. That one, in my opinion, is also great for the winter time. So I'm hoping to review more in the future. I hope you enjoyed my review of this one. Let's finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, boy, this is a unique scent. I've never smelled anything like this before. Although, of course, I've smelled other cinnamon and milk types of fragrances. This one does seem to go in a few different directions. I really admire the complexity, the warmth, and the coziness of this fragrance. And I think people around you will love the way that you smell as well. In terms of the longevity, you can expect about 8 to 9 hours on your skin. Projection was great for the first hour and a half of application. I would say for that first hour, it did radiate beyond an arm's length. It didn't start to sit closer to the skin until about that 6-hour mark. And right around that 8 to 9 hour mark is when it fully disappeared. In terms of the versatility, I think this one is great for the fall and winter. I think it's perfectly unisex. I think somebody who's a little bit younger would appreciate this one on account of the sweetness, but I think somebody who's a little bit older can appreciate this one on account of the complexity of the blend and also that spiciness that's in here too. And again, like I said, perfectly unisex. I think this one can be worn casually and dressed up as well. In terms of the presentation, I love their presentations, their caps, their sprayers. My final verdict on this fragrance is if you are looking for a cozy perfume to be worn in the colder weather, something fairly versatile, with the exception that I personally wouldn't wear it in the summertime, for example, I think you're gonna find something really special with Tempete d'automne. This is an awesome fragrance by Jacques Fath, and I hope you have the opportunity to sample this one soon. So, there you have it, ladies and gents. Thank you for joining me today. That was my review of Tempete d'automne by Jacques Fath. If you own or have tried this fragrance, let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to support this channel by subscribing to it if you took something of value from this video. Enable all notifications by clicking on the bell icon. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video today. Thanks again for watching. Love you all. We'll see you next time. Bye.